and welcome to the only gaming channel on the internet that consistently recommends you join the cross-country team.
Man, that was I did a great job of impersonating you.
You did? Oh
yeah,
my god,
that sounded just like
I was
that.
like, is that my
that sounded
voice?
just like you, I
Is
think.
that my voice?
That was actually Ben talking.
That was, yeah. It would have been impressive, though. It would,
yeah.
You know, that's a gag that's become such a running thing on this channel that I was like, we should really just get it out of the way first thing so that we don't toss to it. But, like, I still want to make sure it's said.
Yeah, we should just have shirts that say, join the cross-country team.
We should have. Would you guys buy those shirts? Because
oh my gosh.
Just leave it.
Got people on the cross-country team would.
Right.
That'd be the thing. It needs to be a picture of someone driving a go-kart that says, join the cross-country team.
right.
At this point, I wish I would have joined the cross-country team, I'm going to be honest.
Look,
Right.
I feel like I missed out.
I am so sold.
As should everyone. Man, let's get some dice rolls.
30.
Oh boy, there's 7, 14, 21, 28, 29. I'm gonna be Wario! Great.
And 12 for Ben.
12. All right, so let's see here. So we're gonna go like something along the lines of
You know exactly.
7, 8, 9.
No.
What
It can't
just
be.
happened?
It can't be.
This couldn't possibly have happened.
Did we just trade? This is terrible.
You saw the roll. Like, that wasn't me setting it up.
This is like,
Man.
not Roy.
Oh, the old switcheroo.
We like switched characters.
This is terrible. This has never happened before.
13.
Something should happen with this.
I wonder if you get the nebula. If you get the nebula, I'm gonna be like, my mind will be blown. It's gonna happen.
Nope.
No.
Oh, okay. This looks like. I think this is like. This looks like the car they put in the game for Wario.
It seems like
Yeah, right? The
Chrome and
Rockadoo
pink.
Cadillac.
Yeah.
17.
All right, the Crimson Slims.
12.
There.
Oh, man.
Look at that. I'm super fast. This isn't gonna turn well.
Oh, boy.
Yes.
Oh my
The
God.
bathtub. Oh, one of my absolute favorites. All right.
Okay.
All right. Those never look like off-road tires to me. Like in what
That's
world?
what it says. Is off. Yeah, you're right.
Why are they white walls? Like,
I don't know.
In what world, or whatever. Anyway, 11.
All right. So let's see here. So 13,
Too bad.
12, 11.
Yep.
Cool,
Animal
cool.
Crossing. Your car looks better than mine. I'll say. I don't. Oh boy. This is gonna be rough. All right. So we are on the Triforce Cup.
Ooh.
The Triangles Cup, basically.
You listening to Lord of the Rings is just screwing with me so bad. Like, I'm listening to Deathly Hallows right now, and Jay's listening to Lord of the Rings, and it's like, I don't think I've ever heard so many Lord of the Rings references.
Let me
in
tell
the
you
office.
what. I wish I was just listening to the Deathly Hallows.
Oh, man. So good.
The audio, let me say this, the audiobooks are not the way to go for Lord of the Rings, I don't think, because there's just too many songs. There's so many songs.
Oh, gosh.
I like got on the plane yesterday, Ben, when we were coming back, and I was like, okay, the entire boarding sequence, from like when we sat down to when the plane left the ground, was one song.
That's far too long.
It was like, I could not believe it. I was like, it has been 4 minutes now. What is going on with this song? How long would this have been in the book? Is he just reading it slow? Is this like a 3-page song? What's going on? Anyway, it's not important. Let's answer some questions.
Let's do it.
All right. This is a good one for one of you.
Okay.
Regan Orton says, I feel underappreciated. I'm a great student, pretty athletic, and rarely get in trouble. But my older brother, the same as me, gets far more attention, while my younger brother is bad in the grade department, so gets rewarded for everything good he does. P.S. I'm in 8th grade, have 4 brothers, and I'm the only girl, and just talking with my parents will not be an option. Thanks, I love your channel.
Just talking with my parents will not be an
What am I
option.
supposed to do?
This
Talk
does
with them?
does sound like a great question for me, Derek. Thank you for pointing it out.
As a older child,
And
I understand
as-
how you might have a good perspective on
And
this.
as my answer, I will say, Ben, what do you think?
God, underappreciated child is like the thing I get you.
I'm here for you, man.
Oh my gosh, all of the things in my life, and they're like all of the things that like I feel like I've been overlooked on are things that just they don't matter that much, but like I feel like I'm just. I'll never let
That's
them
the
go.
true story of the underappreciated child. Is they're not really underappreciated; they just feel that way.
Oh gosh, I don't even know if like I have advice. I just like I get it is really what it comes down to. Like for example, I was previously in first in this race and now I'm in 12th, and I'm like so sure that the game is like, oh no. Oh no. Let's screw with him. This is unacceptable.
Oh, there was the last lap. Okay, cool. I thought I had one more to go.
Oh no.
I see what this means.
I'm in Hufflepuff.
Oh no.
Gosh. I don't know how that happened. Like I was
Oh, my
actually
gosh.
having a decent race, and then I just
You were.
I got hit by a whole bunch of stuff.
Could
all
be
at
because you're
once.
driving in a bathtub.
Driving
Honestly,
in
on
a
the first
bathtub.
lap, I was like, Ben, this one's gonna come down to you. I am not gonna be able to steer this thing.
That's probably
because-
what it was.
yeah.
Like, you know, this is actually even one of those other like high school mentalities though, is like any moment I ever felt like I was cool for like a split second, it was like the world would come crashing down.
Oh, you're
on me.
never allowed to feel cool.
Oh
That's,
yeah, no.
That's
if,
universal.
If you feel cool, and that's really the thing about the cool kids in school is that they don't feel cool; they just are cool.
Right.
Like that's how
That's how
they're
you have to
pulling
be
it off.
cool. Right.
Right.
You just have to be cool.
Right. But yeah, you can't for a second think you're cool.
You can't. Oh my gosh.
Right,
Yeah.
No, God.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't know. This is a tricky one. Like one of the things that like as a middle child growing up that I weirdly have always felt like nobody's giving me credit for is when Jay learned to drive. I was so excited. It was like, oh my gosh, we're gonna have freedom in a car, and this is gonna be awesome. Like I couldn't drive yet. Jay could drive.
Right.
And so, like, I remember you not being, like, especially excited about going to look at cars or anything, which made no sense at all to me. So, like, I pulled out the classified ads and, like, picked out a car, and as, like, a 14-year-old, called the people, and then they, like, we went, and we bought that car.
Right. Yeah.
And this is, like, one of those things where, like, I feel like when you call back to, like, what a kid is doing at a certain age, I was like, that was a rather unusual thing that I did as a 14-year-old.
Was like look for a car to buy.
Right.
Very proactive.
Very proactive.
But like nobody ever really seemed to hand me that credit.
Everyone knew you just wanted to go see your girlfriend, Ben. It's okay.
And then what made it worse
Yeah.
was that I was like, this was like clearly something that like I was interested in. Was like cars and like that whole process. And then when it came time for me to get my license, I didn't get to go get a car.
That's probably because you picked out such a crappy one for me, though. I was like, well, this was not the way to do it.
Okay, well I was given a budget.
Well,
And then mom and dad proceeded to get you a BMW, gave me a hand-me-down car, and then bought Tyler a brand new car. And it was like, what is happening? Like, this is
I'm the one that likes cars.
it's like as a kid, I'm like, seriously, like I expressed genuine interest in this. Like this was not something where you were telling me I needed to go do my homework. I like chose to do it.
Mom and Dad must have must have suspected that you were going to be trouble in a car or something.
Oh, and then
I don't know.
And then you and Tyler both had a myriad of speeding tickets.
Oh, but you got the trooper stuck in the woods and like.
They never knew about that.
Oh, they did. That doesn't matter. That doesn't mean you didn't do it.
Oh, and every time it broke down, I had to repair it. So, being the only one in the the only kid in the family to have a job,
Yeah.
whenever I screwed up the truck, I, one, got it out on my own, and then two, I had to pay to fix it on my own.
So anyway, Regan,
I mean,
there's
on your
answer.
own meant they could like call friends and stuff to come get you.
What do you mean go? Oh, but at the very least, it wasn't calling like a tow company to come out and
Well,
get
yeah,
me.
sure.
I had friends that I could call who could come and pull me out of a ditch.
Right.
Oh my god.
I took my Jeep off-roading too and I never got stuck in a ditch.
I don't think you pushed it nearly as hard as I did.
I don't know. We almost flipped over that one time on that giant pile of leaves, dude. I think
That's true.
You know exactly
On
what I'm
that
talking
giant
about.
pile of leaves was- it was a pretty
I know,
gruesome
it doesn't
giant pile of
sound-
leaves.
It doesn't sound very impressive, but believe me, if you were there, if the car was at like a 46-degree angle.
There was
Anyway.
one time in this car when literally I got it stuck on the side of a mountain, and there was like an 800-pound rock underneath it. I wonder if I can find the picture. It may or may not be on screen right now. But I had to jack up the vehicle, and then me and two of my friends literally wrapped tow ropes around the rock and dug it out and pulled the rock out from underneath so that it didn't take off the rear differential.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. And so what I'm really trying to say is that nobody's ever going to appreciate you, but you will be well, not until you become the highest achieving, and then they still won't, and you'll finally realize that it's just like the way of life. And
the answer is you have to like use this as motivation. We get questions on this channel all the time about like, how do I motivate myself? Like, you have got a great answer to that question. Like, you are someone who feels underappreciated, and like the job I had before this, I constantly felt underappreciated. Like I know I have good ideas here, and you guys are just like
do you mean the job that I got you the interview for? That,
sure.
Nobody ever gave you credit for.
Okay.
Sorry.
You guys want another question?
Anyway, let's move on.
Some good quality brotherly band. It's actually okay. Oh. I wouldn't be where I am today without Jay. 100%. For what it's worth. I'm just giving him a hard time. That needs to be very clear. Anyway, we can move on.
Yeah. Is this the last? Is this the last race? Did we go?
Is there one more? I think it's the third race.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
The Bashful Bunny has a question.
Okay, Bashful Bunny.
Hi guys, I have been saving money so I can go back to California for camp, and we're thinking about going to camp with my friends in Alabama. I'm in Georgia. But that is the week before camp in California, so I'm stressed out because I have to fly out for California, and both camps are a week long, and this will be the first time my brother and I go on a flight without my parents, and if you have any advice for how to stop stressing about it, I would appreciate it.
Oh my gosh, what are you stressing about? This is an amazing thing.
Yeah, it's
this is like, what, like, hold on, this isn't the first time you're on a flight without your parents. This is the first time you were on a flight without your parents.
Yes!
Like, this is what you do. You sit down, you pull out that Sky Mall, or what not Sky Mall, the menu. You want the menu.
Yes,
right?
exactly where
I mean, bring money just to order unnecessary food on the plane.
Oh my gosh. The day that Jay and I unlocked the fact that it was okay to order food on the plane, life got so good!
This is something that our parents, I think, just like, I don't know if they were trying to impress this upon us or if it was just sort of like their general attitude, but it was as if like you were a sucker if you buy the food on the plane. And you know what? Even if that's true, it's awesome.
It is so good.
I mean, the food isn't like awesome or anything.
Get like the cheese almond.
Yes,
like chocolate tray.
The simple feeling of ordering the food on the plane is wonderful.
It's so good.
Oh man, so that's advice number one. You get to do that. That's great. Look forward to it. Anyway. Advice number two. I don't know. That's sort of all of my advice.
Advice number one.
Advice number one. That's it.
Buy
the food. Stop stressing about being on. I don't know. I'm still right there. Unless you're like afraid of flying, maybe. Derek, can you just reiterate maybe what the base question was? I have
There's stressed out
lost the
because
track.
the both camps are 1 week after another. The first time flying with it, so I think it's what it sounds like is that it's almost like the first time that they'll have independence almost.
Oh, sure. And that's a big thing.
Yeah.
Like I think kind of like leaving and then finding yourself sort of on your own for the first time, really. And I get that. Like I know the first time, like for work after I graduated college, like when I was flying out to Texas or something on my own, and it was just sort of like I'm going into an environment I know nothing about, and I'm by myself, and there's no backup plan. But I think you're going to learn very, very, very quickly that you are much more capable than you think you are. And as soon as you are like the person who has to like figure out how to navigate the airport or whatever, you're going to realize that it's a lot easier. Than
not as hard as you think. This is the kind of thing that my wife is always kind of stressed about, like the act, like planning for a trip and not knowing what's going to happen and how things are going to work out. And in my mind, I'm like, I know what's going to happen. We're going to go to the airport and we're getting on planes and we're going to like sit there and it's going to be uncomfortable and you know, like and then we're going to get there and we're going to have fun. And it's like that is my mind. Like that's how the trip's going to go. But like, she needs way more than the general things than that.
Who's bringing the cold cuts?
Who's bringing the cold cuts? I'm like, it doesn't matter.
There'll be cold cuts there, or we'll have mac and cheese.
Right. It's like, anyway. That's why we're a good team. To answer your question, though, I still don't know how to calm her down about it because to me, it seems so obvious.
But that's interesting because I think as a kid, I think you definitely were able to like go to like slumber parties, just so much like easier than I did. Like I know I had to call like mom and dad to come pick me up the first few times because like
Okay.
I got scared, you
Yeah.
know, like when I was
Sure. Sure.
and I know that this is obviously like a much bigger thing than like a slumber party 5 minutes away, but like this was something I felt like even with like Boy Scout camp and stuff where you were always able to just go and you weren't scared, but like I was almost scared on your behalf sometimes.
I had one particularly bad bout of homesickness at a Boy Scout camp 1 year in particular.
Huh, really?
Yeah.
Powhatan?
It was Camp Powhatan. Yeah,
Yeah?
indeed.
Was the year it rained a lot?
I don't know. I remember I really wanted to leave, and Dad was just like, but no.
I don't think I ever knew this.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's one of those things that I think can teach a young person a whole lot of independence and
It
self-reliance.
can indeed.
And like once, even if you're nervous, here's the thing: is that you will get through it. And once you will have like a newfound confidence about yourself because it's like now this is a thing I can do. Like
Right.
Yeah.
now I can travel on my own. Now I can make it a couple weeks.
That's totally true. Like once
Yeah.
you've broken that barrier.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
this is a great barrier. You're just gonna crush it. You're gonna get on planes. You're gonna be on your own for 2 weeks, and you're gonna have fun.
We are proud of you already.
Yeah.
Well, good job.
Good job.
indeed,
Who is it?
Yeah.
Bashful Bunny.
Have fun at California camp, and then also at Alabama camp.
Alabama camp.
Alabama
camp,
She's in
yeah.
Georgia. Alabama camp is fun to say.
Alabama camp.
I like
It
it.
is fun. It is fun. Cool.
How do we segue?
I don't know. I was thinking of whether or not something else would apply, and it didn't. So anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and leave us some questions or anything you need advice on in the towel section down below, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Quality 8th place.